Hi everyone, I'm Irma, and today I want to talk about creating a UX portfolio because if you're a UX designer, you're in high demand at the moment. And a portfolio is a must if you want your work to get noticed and ultimately just get more of it. You can expect a UX recruiter to look at your portfolio for no longer than 60 seconds. That's not a lot, so you have to make every single one of them count. And here's how. In this video, I'll cover 4 steps that will help you build your portfolio. First is what to include in your portfolio, then how to present it. The third is a practical one, what type of site to go for. And the last step is what you need to check before going live. So the first step is to figure out what to include in your portfolio. Your portfolio should not only showcase your work, but show what kind of person you are and how you actually work. So first things first, include only your best work that relates to the industry that you want to work in. To be more specific, if you're an experienced designer, include 3 to 5 of your projects that really round up your skill set and show the works that you're most proud of. But if you're a beginner, 1 to 2 projects will be just fine as long as you present them in a great way, and we'll get back to that a little bit later. Once you've got your projects, the next step is to describe them, to tell a story of how they came to life. And according to a UX recruiter, these are the things that you should include for every single project. And those are the problem, who you worked with, what was your role in the project, what tools you used, process you used to overcome the problem. So this is where you'd include all the sketches, prototypes, user journeys, and any research. And then of course the final product. A great example of this would be the portfolio of Simon Pan. He's including every single step, starting from the challenge, describing his role, and then of course describing every single step of the way till they got to the final product. And it's always a good idea to include at least 1 to 2 photos of each step of the way. It doesn't necessarily have to be sketches or prototypes. Like here, Simon has included a calendar that shows the time crunch that the team was in while creating the project. Another important section in your portfolio should be the About Me part, because UX recruiters are really interested to know about you as a designer. So this is where you'd include your UX journey. Why are you passionate about UX? Your education, maybe your awards, and how you got started. And of course, how to get in touch with you as well. Like this designer right here, he's talking about how he first became an engineer, but only then became interested in design and ultimately became a designer. He's also listing his work experience, education, and awards of recognition. Talking about contact information, it's always important that it's easy to get in touch with you. So make sure to add your phone number, email address, social media icons, and a contact form is also good practice because it's just everything in one place. It makes it really quick and easy. Another great tip of what to include in your portfolio is a blog, because it shows your passion about UX and it also shows that you are a part of the UX community. Also, a blog is what will really help your portfolio to get noticed because it is great for SEO. And what that means is that if a recruiter is looking for a designer on Google, there's a much bigger chance that your portfolio is what's going to come up. Now that we've covered the base of the portfolio, we can move on to the presentation, which is just as important. So first and foremost, keep it simple. So your portfolio should be easy to navigate, it should have a consistent design, and it should be skimmable. For navigation, try to add a menu on the top right, and if you don't have a specific home button, always add a link to the logo that goes back to your homepage. Consistency is key for any website, so try to stick to the 60-30-10 rule. And what that means is 60% of your website should be the dominant color, which is usually white. 30% should be the secondary color, and 10% should be any accent colors. And I've got a great example here as well. In this portfolio, the dominant color is black, so that's the background. The secondary color is white, so that's most of the text. And for the headings or the accents, it's gold. As for the practical part of creating a portfolio, the next step should be choosing a platform. And there are quite a lot to choose from. You can go with Wix, Squarespace, WordPress, and all will do the job, but ultimately I'd recommend choosing WordPress because it will just give you more freedom in terms of design, hosting, and just the complexity and the size of your site. And when choosing whether to create a single or multiple page site, I'd say that single page site will work just fine if your portfolio is very niche and it will always stay static, meaning you're never going to change it. But if you want to scale your portfolio in the future, if you want to add a blog or maybe add more projects, then I'd say the multiple page site will serve you a lot better. First of all, it's going to be better for SEO and it's just going to be a lot easier to navigate. At this point, you should have everything you need to launch your UX portfolio. But before you do, there are some things you have to check. And we've created this beautiful checklist right here that you can take a look at and see if you're ready to launch. These are things like links. Do they all work? Are your images good quality or are they blurred? Are there any spelling mistakes maybe that you've missed? And ultimately, is the design consistent? If you've answered yes to all of these, maybe just ask a friend or a family member to check just one more time. That's where you can catch some last errors and check the usability of your site. And when that's done, congratulations, you've got your portfolio all ready and done. And you can now show off your best work and attract potential employers. So I wish you good luck in your UX journey and see you in the next one. Bye.